gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey, everybody. Let me know if you can hear my voice. How y'all doing? I know it's late. Y'all. I was supposed to come at 7, but I've been live already three times today. And so I went live on Facebook and I did a premiere video. And thank y'all so very much because y'all showed out in the premiere video. So I do appreciate that. I got quite a few views. Thank you so much for letting me know you can hear me. I got quite a few views off of that premiere. So thank y'all so much. It's doing so good. And I got another video that I'm dropping, but it's going to be in the wee hours of the morning. So if you guys can catch that later. Also, I'm doing this one to clear up some information that was put out earlier. I know some people came out and cleared it up, but everybody didn't. So I'm just gonna clear it up for those that watch me. I know y'all don't watch everybody. So I'm gonna clear up some information that was, she said I gotta watch the premiere. Yes, please watch the premiere. Please, please, please watch the premiere. It's already up under videos. It's under videos. So if you guys can give me the views on that, that would be great. The watch hours, really, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm not putting up a goal tonight per se, but I do have my coffee link pinned above. Oh, thank you, Rachel, for already blessing me with some coffee, honey. She says, Rachel just made some loud noise with a $20 tip. Truth over here. Thank you so very much. And if you guys want to tip me tonight, if y'all don't mind buying me a coffee, that would be greatly appreciated. It is pinned above, okay? It is pinned above. So I know that you guys don't watch everybody. So that's why I want to just put out the correct information because, you know, there's always some misinformation flying around here. Y'all see my title, right? My title says what? Let's remove this. Holly is in protective custody because of a bunch of black misinformed angry birds, okay? A bunch of black misinformed angry birds. Why do I say that? Let's talk about it, okay? First, before we get into why I call them black misinformed angry birds, I want to play the video that Tia, y'all know Tia's the one that came out here with all that bullshit in the first place, putting this false information all over the place, but she has yet to correct herself. However, let me, I'm going to play her video, and then we are going to talk about, hold on, we're going to play her video, and then we're going to talk about why she's in protective custody. Okay, let me go to Tia's video. Tia looking mighty pretty today. All right, hold on, y'all. Let's watch Tia video. Oh, thank you, Binky Bink, for the $2 Tuesday. Appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Let's play Tia's video, and then we will get into my commentary on why she is in protective custody. Okay, here we go.
Afternoon. Thank you guys so much for joining my live. Come on in. I have had several people to ask me for an update on this particular case. And honestly, it kind of got lost in the shuffle with everything else that I have going on. So it was not intentional that I did not cover it. But I want to give people a chance to come in. So I'm going to just leave the live up for a second. I'm going to mute and I'll give you guys a chance to come in and then I'll give you a quick update.
Let me fast forward her little mute time.
For coming in. So it's not a lot in terms of the update of what I have. So I'm a little confused a little bit, honestly, on some of these documents. So this particular order was issued on 3/3/2026. And what it says is, this is an addendum to previous order setting bail and committing the defendant to the Cook County Department of Corrections for failure to deposit bail. The matter coming before the court and the court being fully advised in the premises, it is hereby ordered, and that it says that the next court date will be April 1st of 2026 in person. So that is this particular document. When I looked up to see if Quadeja Holly Johnson is still in custody, she appears to still be in custody according to the Cook County Sheriff's Department's website. With that being said, these are all court documents. This is not me saying this. I have to clarify that because I'll see that somebody said, well, Tia said. No, Tia did not say. Tia ain't got no say in terms of court.
I just want to stop here for a second. Now, there's a difference between a blogger and a journalist, okay? She is a journalist. She's supposed to already know what the fuck she's talking about before she comes out here. As a blogger or a content creator, we don't always have to know exactly what we're talking about because, you know, information is always being updated and this, that, and the other. But as a journalist, I would think that it is her job to go and get the correct information. For her not to know what the hell it is that she's holding in her hand is baffling, okay? They go to school for this. I didn't go to school for this. I just fucking signed up for YouTube and hit the live button, okay? I'm saying this for a reason. This is embarrassing that she does not know what she's reading in her hand. But nevertheless, let's continue and I will explain it.
Have no say when it comes to court. All I can do is read documents. And so that is what T is doing, reading documents that have been provided by the court. So this is provided by the court. Judge Michael R. Clancy signed on this particular document. And again, it was entered on the 3rd of this very month that we're sitting in. With that, this is another document that was printed out by our people here at the station. This was put in again also on the 3rd. This is that document. It lists the charges and it lists 6 charges for murder with intent to kill, injure. Is what it lists. And then I'm going to try to read this. It is a little difficult to read because this is not my handwriting. This is somebody else's handwriting here. But it reads, court order entered. Attorney Williams does not, I don't know if this want to have a DNA, will have, I'm gonna say that this says does not want.
She should just stick to reading the damn typed up transcripts at this point. You know what I'm saying? Just read what's typed.
To have,
and this information is already put out. So she is a day late and a fucking $6 short, okay?
A DNA expert present, does not object to consumption, DNA, or may something. I can't read it. It's really hard to read. You can see it right there for yourself. The document is very...
You're embarrassing.
Is not legible. I mean, it really isn't. Some of it really isn't. Videos, ballistics, DNA.
Oh my God.
I can't read what all this says.
You're embarrassing.
MED. I don't know if that means medics. I don't know. Videos, ballistics, DNA. That's all that I can read. And then it goes on to say in person. So this is a court appearance, again, for April 1st, in which Ms. Johnson will have to appear in person. It is set to happen. I'm trying to see if it has a time.
April the 1st. You just...
No, it just has the date. I don't think ChatGPT will be able to read this, honestly, because...
Oh my God.
Yeah, you can't read it all. So I'm not really sure if anybody would be able to make this out.
This is the worst journalist that I have ever came across. Hands down. The worst journalist I have ever came across. I have never heard a journalist act like this before, ever. Ever.
Aside from the person that wrote it. And then it is signed, completed by the deputy clerk, who I'm guessing wrote some of this. So that's the 2 documents that we have that's currently in queue, so to speak, that's attached with, this particular case. These are the most recent documents that are attached with this case. This is all that we have. There's nothing obstructed here. It's just hard to read. That's all that it is. This
Tia, shut the fuck up and just keep... Oh my God.
Makes it very hard to... Their handwriting is not the best, respectfully. And it could be also in haste. Does not... I'm guessing it's want to have a DNA expert present. Does not. Something to have a DNA expert present. Does not object to consumption, DNA, or may... I don't know what that word is. And it goes on the side to say video.
This is the lady that came out and told everybody that everything happened at the school, okay? Yeah, her.
Videos, this is what I can read and understand. Videos, ballistic, DNA. That's all that I can read, and it's in person. So those are the documents that we have. And according to the Cook County Sheriff's Department's website, Ms. Johnson is still in custody. So that's the update. I wanted to give it because I have been getting bombarded with the question of what is going on. Why didn't you give an update? Blah, 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 blah. I am not banned from giving updates. It was just that other stories I was working on at the time. So I did not go to this latest court hearing. So the next court appearance in person is on the 1st of next month. And we will be there and we will provide updates then. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning into this live. Appreciate you tuning in. Maybe that is what it says. Actually, wish. Good point. Does not wish to have a DNA expert present. Thank you to Sierra Boo. You're right.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Because see, the top of the S is cut off. It's hard to read. But that's definitely wish. You are accurate on that. So, yep, does not wish. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay up, never down. Take care. Bye-bye.
So, okay, I thought she was talking about protective custody. Let me go to another one because somebody told me she did one talking about protective custody. Did she not? Hold on. I guess she didn't. So anyway, let me explain to y'all what's going on because Tia just basically just waste everybody's time. All right. So, I don't know who told me that she spoke about being, what? They told me that she spoke about being, oh girl, being in protective custody. Let me just see if it's in her story right quick. Oh no. Okay, so I don't know. They said that she spoke about being in protective custody, but that's not what she spoke about. She spoke about shit that obviously she could have just not spoke about at all. We've already went over what she's talking about. It's old news, you know, about Ari saying, you know, they don't need an expert for a DNA swab because she's pretty sure, confident, should I say, that the DNA is going to support the defense's claim, you know, argument, and that and the ballistic report, the DNA report, the trajectory report, and I think there's one other thing, will be back May, June timeframe. Okay, even though they're going to be going to court April the 1st, that, you know, not to expect too much going on until April, or excuse me, until May or June. All right, so anyway, let's talk about Holly being in protective custody. All right, it was put out by several bloggers in the Romika camp that she was in general population and that the judge denied the order of protection for Holly. Well, we know now that that is false, okay? We already covered it here on this channel about a month ago or so. I mean, at least weeks ago, that the judge actually agreed, okay? You said Ari is incompetent. I think you mean Tia, because Ari is not incompetent. I think you meant Tia. Okay. So anyway, but the judge did order her to be in protective custody. And let's talk about why. Okay, let's talk about why. Well, one, this is a viral case, okay, is a headline case. And because of all the social media backlash, she says, Lord, I'm sleepy. I'm writing wrong shit. It's okay, Candy. I know you. I know where you are. But anyway, so the judge agreed with the defense attorney, Ari, to have her in protective custody. One, because this is a viral case. And two, because social media has taken this case by the storm and have formed their own opinion based off of some of the earlier news reporting of this case, okay? It was some incorrect news reporting done on this case initially, and a lot of people, once the news put it out there, it ain't no change in their minds, okay? So she's in protective custody because there are people that's in general population that is waiting to attack this young lady. Yeah. A bunch of black, misinformed, angry birds are waiting to attack this young lady without even being found guilty of anything thus far, okay? As if they ain't in there for a reason. As if they didn't do something that they may not even agree with what they're being accused of. Nevertheless, we know that there was a shooting, right? There was an incident on September the 8th. Everybody knows that. Majority of the world thinks that she did it, it was premeditated. And there's a certain percentage of the world that believes that it was self-defense. I just so happen to be one of those that believe it was self-defense, okay? And I'm pretty sure a few of you guys believe it as well. In a self-defense case, that is not considered the M word. It's not considered murder. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? Murk, when it is done in self-defense. So now you got a bunch of black, misinformed, angry birds want to put hands on this young lady for defending herself. For defending herself. I've said it before and I will say it again. Holly did not ask for September the 8th to happen. And here's the thing. I don't care what content creator, who they are, right? Who they siding with, how many people are in their live streams, how much money they make on YouTube. I don't care how loud or deep their voices are, right? I don't care about any of that. Self-defense is an argument that will be raised, right? It's already been raised, but it will be raised during trial. And the reason being is because this was not premeditated by Holly. Holly was minding her business on September the 8th when Romika pulled up. No matter how you want to slice it, dice it, spread it, doesn't matter. She was minding her business when Romika pulled up on her and her baby daddy. Or should I say their baby daddy, right? Romika pulled up. Romika is the one that wanted September the 8th to happen, not Holly. Okay? Now, the outcome is not pleasant for anyone. Unfortunately, a young lady lost her life, but the young lady that lost her life is the same young lady that chose to pull up because she wanted to fight Holly. Holly did not want to fight her. If this was premeditated, my question would be, if it was all premeditated, when Romika exited the car, if this is something Holly has been waiting all her life to do, all my life, I wanted to fight. If Holly was waiting all her life to do something like this to Romika, she could have very much done it when Romika got out the car, exited the vehicle, but she did not. She did not. So with that being said, and the amount of time that they was out there, if she wanted to do it, why wait 4 or 5 minutes into it? Why? She had 4 or 5 minutes to eliminate Romika if that was her intentions. You know, she did not shoot Romika until Romika approached her. Hence why Romika's body landed by her vehicle. It's not by Romika's vehicle. Holly did not approach Romika's vehicle and shooting into the vehicle. If she wanted to harm Romika, she had every opportunity to do so. But let's focus on protective custody right now. She's in protective custody because she is innocent, 1, until proven guilty, 2. She's innocent until proven guilty. Her claim is self-defense, and she does not deserve what is being done to her. The lies. I'm not going to say the scrutiny because anybody can be up under scrutiny, but the lies, the defamation, the slandering, the bullying, right? She doesn't deserve that. While the young lady that came out here on Demon Time and approached her is being held as a good mother, a good woman, a good person. She had class and she was doing something for herself. And, oh, Holly is on food stamps and Holly is such a horrible person. She's been deemed as the bad one while Romika is being held as the good one, okay? When she was defending herself. And that is why I can't wait till this case goes forward. I do believe, like I said before, and I'm not going to say 100% because I've said 100% and I was wrong. And that was about her getting released from detention. I mean, right now, it's still a chance. I'm not going to say that she will and will not, but there's still a chance that she will be released after the appellate court does their review, okay? After they finish their review, there is a chance for her to be released, but I'm not going to say 100% because I've done that before, okay? But I'm confident. I'm not going to say 100%, but I am confident that she will beat this case ultimately, okay? And I know people are like, well, she locked up now. She locked up now. Unfortunately, she is locked up now. Unfortunately, she is in detention right now. Unfortunately. But I wholeheartedly believe that Holly did not ask for this day. Holly did not expect this day. Holly did not want this day, okay? Romika is the one that pulled up on Holly. And this is after Holly had already went to court asking for them to intervene because of the prior threats from Romika. Now, I'm not going to sit here and drag Romika supporters because Romika supporters can feel however they want to feel, But I just think the biggest thing that they are missing is self-defense is a defense. A lot of people want to just bypass that, like, oh, it can't be self-defense. They can't decide whether it's self-defense or not based on their own feelings. They have to apply it against the law. Did Holly do what needed to be done legally? Now, and the thing about it is, I know a lot of people like to come over here and say things like, well, they already said it wasn't self-defense. If that's the case, they wouldn't be having a trial. A trial wouldn't even be in the future if they've already deemed that it was not self-defense. They wouldn't even have a trial. They would skip the trial and she would be sentenced. Obviously, they have not determined that, and it has to be a trial because people have to speak what happened, okay? And I know several people, majority, are believing everything that the witness says. Not all witnesses are accurate. We over here have already broken down a lot of inconsistencies in the witness statements. Witnesses have motives. Why? Who knows? Maybe attention, maybe temporary fame, maybe, I don't know what the hell goes through witnesses' mind. I don't know. However, the witnesses have to be cross-examined. Just like the state can speak to the witness, the defense will also speak to the witness as well, okay? So with that being said, I am confident that she will be acquitted of first-degree murder and acquitted and because due to self-defense and acquitted beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, we're not saying that a life wasn't taken. It was. A life was lost. A life was lost, right? And a lot of families are affected. Not just Holly family, but not just Holly immediate family, but her extended family as well. And so is Romika, right? A lot of people was affected, friends, distant cousins, whatever the case may be, right? Co-workers. A lot of people was affected. But to not even want Holly's story to be heard is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So with the discovery, one thing I am liking that the discovery is being sent over. And I believe that once the state look at what Ari has already had her private investigator go and retrieve, I believe that it will be looked at a little different. I believe, this is just my belief, I believe that they are going to try to not drop the charges, but reduce the charges or try to give her a plea deal. And the reason why I believe that they're going to try to give her a plea deal is because the evidence does not match the witness statements, one, and I do believe the state is going to realize that they're not going to be able to prove intent. They're not going to be able to prove intent, okay? That was her intentions to unalive Romika, right? Especially with everything that Romika has going on, the threats that she made, the stalking that she was doing, the restraining order that was put into play a couple of months prior to this incident, the monitoring of her accounts, her violent behavior, Romika's violent behavior or whatever, it does play a part. It does play a part. So I believe once they receive all of the discovery, the complete discovery is not due. The final complete discovery is not due until January of 2027. So they have until January 2027 to turn everything in, right? So we will be seeing bits and pieces become available, right? So I do not believe that once they receive all discovery, what they're going to be using in court to fight this case, I do believe the state will look at this again and be like, whoa. I believe they already looking at it like that, but I don't think they're going to, come out and tell. But I believe they already looking at it like, how the hell are we going to beat this case? How are we going to beat this case? Right? Oh, I see where you got the headphones on there. Yeah. And that's another thing, But the witnesses will be scrutinized for their statements, right? They will be cross-examined for their statements. So with that being said, she's in protective custody right now. Is a good thing that one is a good thing that she's in protective custody, so she don't have to worry about a mob of people trying to kick her ass or even unalive her before she even get a chance to fight her case in court, right? That's one thing. But also, from my knowledge, they wasn't feeding her very well in the other cells, the other compound or whatever. So now where she's at, she gets to do commissary, right? So she gets to buy her some ramen noodles and Vienna sausages, like that type of bullshit. I don't know what they sell in commissary, but whatever they sell in commissary, she'll be able to be allowed to get that so she can eat. She's lost some weight or whatever because they don't really feed you all that great in jail. Shit, that'd be the best weight loss for me, honey, because I know I wouldn't eat shit. Okay, I'd be like, y'all got some saltine crackers, because that's about all I'll be eating is saltine crackers. I'll be on a saltine cracker diet. You hear me? But that's a good thing that she was removed from where she was, and now where she's at now, she gets to do commissary. So that's great. Okay, I just pray that she said yes, she is much happier now. Okay, great, good. Real T says she's much happier now. I pray that her time there don't affect her mentally. I'm pretty sure in some capacity it will, but I just hope that she can hold on until her day in court so that she can, clear her name and go on about her life and love on her son and go on about her life. And this is not a disregard to Romika's son or anything like that. I just can't help to think that if Romika's son was her top priority, she wouldn't have never pulled over and wanted to fight somebody else. I just don't think that. I think, I still believe in keeping your damn hands to yourself. And we do know Romika was known to pull up on people or want to fight people, even with weapons in her hands and things of that nature, So that's a hard lesson learned, unfortunately. And, my heart goes out to Lilos because he did lose his mother. And from what Carlos say, he was a mama's boy. So my heart goes out to Lilos for that. But it's a decision that his mother chose. It's a decision that his mother chose to drop him off at school, get in her vehicle, bust a U-turn, and pull up on Holly and Carlos. Okay? So, but she does remain in detention and she is in protective custody because a bunch of people were plotting on what they were going to do to her. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. And it was people now I don't know this to be 100% accurate, but I heard that there was people, bloggers or social media people that had connections inside the jail or whatever. And that was, sending information back or whatever the case may be. And they were probably already plotting to harm this young lady. Okay. So I guess it's a good thing that she's in protective custody so she won't have to worry about the pink mob while she's locked up. Okay. She said, it just kills me the way Keys and other content creators are bragging about people in there trying to bully her. Bullying is the reason Romika is where she's at. Exactly. You are absolutely right, Rainey. They're bragging about people in there bullying her like they are out here as well. You got grown women, right? And men that's out here on social media bullying Holly. And then get mad if you say things against Romika. That's why I don't give two shits what they think about how I cover the story. I really don't. And the reason why they are celebrating and bragging about people bullying Holly is because they're bullies. It's because they're bullies. Yes. A few people that's covering this story are bullies. They're absolutely bullies. They are bullies themselves. Okay. So, yeah. But, them bullying Holly is not going to bring Romika back. It's not going to bring Romika back, So, it's an unfortunate thing that she will not be back here at all, no matter what they do or say. Okay. So with that being said, like I said, she is in detention. I thought I was going to be seeing some video from Tia let me go to YouTube and see if it's on there, because the person told me that she did a video talking about it. Let me look right quick. Hold on. And explain that she was in, hold on. They said that she came out and explained that she was in, I don't see it. I don't see nothing about it. I'm looking on Chicago 32. Let me look at the other one. Yeah, no, I don't see anything about her saying anything about she's in detention. So I don't know. I don't know what she said. I sent it to you. Okay, let me look. Oh, I just played that one, but this is the one that she was all jacked up. The one I just played. Yeah, the paperwork that she couldn't read. Let me see.
I'll see that somebody said, well, Tia said, no, Tia did not say. Tia ain't got no say in terms of court. I have no say when it comes to court. All I can do is read documents. And so that is what Tia is doing, reading documents that have been provided by.
Yeah, I just played that one, T. She didn't say anything about her being in protective custody on there. I played that one. She just looked all dumbfounded, trying to read a document that
So this is provided by the court, Judge Michael R. Clancy.
Well, hold on. Let me just see if this is the same one. Look like it is. Didn't I just play this one?
Signed on this particular document. And again, it was entered on the 3rd of this very month that we're.
Yeah, I just played that. Where she looked at quite ridiculous. She said, I texted to you. Yes, she stated the judge signed the order for her to go into protective custody. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, so the judge did sign that, and it's on the transcripts. That's what she should have read, the damn transcripts, right? She said that auntie person was calling the courthouse. Yeah, she did. She called, and she called to find out, was she in a particular unit, but she didn't ask, was it protective custody? And that's why they told her it was general population. But with Keys and them having the transcripts, they should have known that the judge already agreed to her being in protective custody. They have the paperwork. Keys have the paperwork. I'm sure he knew this already before he made that video. And because everybody listens to everything that he says and go off of what he says, that's why they all sounded crazy today. It was like 4 or 5 of them putting out false information. And then they got mad when they was called out on it. They got mad and started doing videos and saying things like, what else has Holly supporters been wrong about? Because they're angry. They're angry because they can't just say I was wrong and leave it there. No, they got to say I was wrong. And then they got to try to go out and be mean about it or whatever, because they can't take it. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, my recommendation would be for any blogger, instead of just listening to what one blogger tells them, they should actually listen, if they want to, listen to it, and then go and do your own research. She said, while the jail locator doesn't explicitly state protective custody for security reasons, the annex is where a PC unit for women and typically located. If someone is moved from the main Division 3 to the annex, it often indicates that they are in more controlled or program-specific environment. Okay. 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 That's fine, but we do know that the judge signed off on her to be in protective custody, okay? And that's where she is, because if she was not in protective custody, I'm sure we would be hearing, somebody bashed her head in or whatever because, they want to come back to social media and discuss it, okay? So, but right now she is in protective custody. My prayers goes out to Holly because Holly should not be there. In my opinion, Holly should not be there. Holly was defending herself, and self-defense is a defense, and Holly should not be there. However, sometimes you got to crawl before you can walk, and because how America is and how our judicial system is, unfortunately, she has to clear her name. Even though she's innocent until proven guilty, she has to clear her name by going through trial. Imagine that. She has to clear her name. But I have faith that she will do so. Ari would have appealed that decision to put her in general population. Well, the judge agreed with Ari that she do need to be protected because he probably see how, things are going on social media. I don't know, right? But I'm sure he had to say, okay, this is a high profile case. People probably are, full of emotions and they're swinging left and back, left and front, back to front or whatever. And yeah, he has to protect her. She's in protective custody right now. Now, if she was found guilty, I think that they probably allow her in protective custody for a little bit, and then she will be transferred over into general population. But for right now, because she is innocent until proven guilty, she is allowed protective custody. And I've seen some comments, people say, oh, she didn't protect Romika. Why should she be protected? Self-defense is a defense, okay? Self-defense is a defense. She said he experienced the emotional on the Zoom. He experienced the emotions on the Zoom. The judge seen how they act on Zoom, so he know RM supporters are unhinged. Okay. So anyway, as enough to be Bree mom, too busy being bullies on the panel. What are you saying? What are you saying? So anyway, y'all, that's all I wanted to come out and say tonight is that she is in protective custody. And from what I heard, that she will be allowed commissary. And she does have a address that if you guys want to write her, I don't even know if it's safe for me to put it out here because hell, somebody might try to go dig a hole in the ground or whatever and come through the bottom to get at her or something. I don't know. So I don't know if it's a good idea for me to put out the address, but if you want I don't even know to say that. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't put it out, but there is a way that she could get letters and things like that. Maybe I should just say, if you want to write her a letter, I don't want to be responsible for getting no letters to her. How do I want to do this? Well, she said, no, don't put it out. Okay. I was trying to think of how to do it and say, okay. I won't put it out. If y'all want to tell her something, just let me know. You can come to my inbox or whatever and let me know, and I could just let her know. Right? But she can receive mail, and she probably do need her spirits lift or whatever, so we could flood her with mail. But nah, I don't know if I want to do that. Anyway, I thought she was already in protective custody. Do you know how we can put some money on her books? So I did hear that she is allowed, I want to say $150 a week. It's either $150 a week or $150 a month. I need to ask again. But there is a way to support her financially. And I want to say that might be digital, to where you can go to a website and do it. So let me get that information where you can, put money on her books or whatnot. And I'll get that information to you, okay? I'll ask tomorrow. And because I plan on doing it too. Somebody asked me today, do you plan on putting money on her books? I said, yeah, I don't mind doing that. I mean, because I actually believe in her innocence. I believe that had Romika not pulled up that day, Romika would be alive right now, dancing on TikTok or wherever the hell she danced at. I wholeheartedly believe that. I wholeheartedly believe that if Romika would not have made the choice that she made, okay, that she would be dancing, smiling, laughing, giggling, and being Romika online right now. I do wholeheartedly believe that. I do not believe for one moment that Holly wanted this young lady unalived. No, it was a choice made after other choices that was made, other decisions that were made that day. Okay? So I'll get that information to you guys. She said we can look for ourselves. They might send hey mail. I wouldn't. Would you say I wouldn't? A lot of Holly haters on the channel. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it out. I'm not gonna put it out. I had to think about it for a minute. I'm not gonna put it out. She said I thought she was already in protective custody. So the judge actually agreed that she can go to protective custody, but it's steps that have to be taken. So, things just take time, and the steps that was taken, she's finally in protective custody now. Okay, before she was in medical hold, like a medical wing, where you go when you have like medical issues. Still will be effing with Holly and Los. Oh, they still will be effing with Holly and Los. They probably will, but they'll get over it eventually. You got to understand, a lot of these people are just doing this for content. They don't give a fuck either way. I'm just going to be honest with you. A lot of people are just doing this for content. Literally, because they have people pull up in their chat. That's it. If people didn't pull up in their chat, they wouldn't even be studying this case. Now, I'm not saying that's for everybody, but there's several people that jumped on this case just because it's content. She said, is there any smart jurors on this case? She's beating the case. I do believe Ari is going to pick a good jury. And, I've already told y'all that in my comments alone, it is a mass difference in the Caucasian people that comment on my post versus the Black people that comment on my post. The white people that comment on my post says things like, unfortunately, the family is going to be upset. Holly is going to be set free, right? Whereas the Black people that comment on my post says things like, nope, she did it. She's going to be in there forever. She's going to be 80 years old when she get out, or she's never going to get out. She's going to rot in prison forever and shit like that. And I just believe one is because I'm just going to say some of the Black people, not all, they don't read, they don't know the law. They don't even know what self-defense mean. They think because Romika didn't have a weapon, that automatically makes her guilty. They believe that, that they believe the story that came out, that it happened at the school, or that Holly approached Romika. I mean, they just believe all type of things that's been put out here, and they have not applied it to law or even tried to analyze it to see, can this be true that was put out? Because they don't think a witness can lie, okay? They don't think a witness can embellish, and that's just not true. That's just not true, So they just, in my opinion, misinformed. They are misinformed, right? So because of that, they're going to look at it the way they want to look at it. A lot of people have emotions in it. Oh, no, she should have just fought. When a case just came out where 2 12-year-olds were fighting, and now one of them is deceased, right? One of them is deceased, and it was just a fight. No weapons involved at all, just a fight. But she landed on her neck, and we don't know if she broke her neck or did, they say she went into cardiac arrest. Everybody's not built for fighting. Sometimes if your heart rate go up too fast or whatever, you could die from that. People don't understand that. People can get anxiety from fighting or go into panic attacks from fighting, right? Everybody not just throwing blows around here. So there's different ways that you can be unalive in a fist fight. And unfortunately, there's a case that's out there right now where a 12-year-old, and the 12-year-old that is no longer with us is the one that started the fight. She's the one that initiated the fight. The other girl was like, you don't want none of me because I'll do this to you. I'll do that to you. And the girl was like, no, I want some of you, in so many words. So, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But what I'm trying to say is you can be unalive during a fight. Have y'all seen the fight? Have y'all seen the fight with the two 12-year-olds? And she got up from the fight all right. Well, she didn't get up all right. She got up kind of staggering a little bit. And they said she was walking home. And when she got close to home, she collapsed. She literally collapsed. So, injuries do happen in a fight, especially when you're out there fighting on concrete. You fighting on concrete. You could crack your neck. You could break your, crush your ribs. You could break your arm, leg, whatever. But this lady, this young lady collapsed. She said, yes, I did. And she had a heart attack. That was sad. So a 12-year-old having a heart attack after a fight. After a fight. Okay? So I asked if y'all want to see the video. A lot of people said no. So I'm not going to show it. But yeah, two 12-year-olds. I'll drop the link and let you guys go watch it yourselves. How about that? I'll drop the link and I'll let you guys go watch the fight. And it looks like a little simple fight, right? But it's not a simple fight, So those people that used to come over and be like, oh, Maura, she should have just put up her knuckles and just fought the girl. Well, guess what? Everybody don't make it home. Everybody don't make it home. So I'll drop the link. If you guys want to see it, you can. If not, the video is in the comments. The video is in the comments of the link that I just dropped, okay? If everybody can't stomach it, that's fine. Don't click on the link. But if you can stomach it, it's no blood or anything. It's just a fight. However, she got up. She walked home. She got close to home and collapsed. She collapsed. And guess what? Her mama is yelling. She said, is that the young lady Jada? Yeah, it's the young lady Jada. But her mama is yelling, justice, justice, justice. But if you look at the video, Jada's the one that started the fight. Jada is the one that wanted to fight. Now, I'm not faulting Jada because I don't know what happened on the bus, before the bus. I don't know what they had going on, So she said fighting is very dangerous, and that's why people quick to pew-pew. Because everybody's not built to fight. Everybody's not going to allow you to fight them. Everybody don't want to fight. Everybody don't want to fight. That's why you should just keep your hands to yourself. That's what we need to be pushing. Justice for keeping your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Stop putting your hands on people. Just like the case we're going to be covering in June. The Carmelo Anthony and the Medclef guy, Austin Medclef. Austin pushed him. He pushed him. Keep your hands to yourself. You learn that when you 2, 3, 1. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Stop putting your hands on people. She said, I heard about that. Sadly, our culture thinks fighting is normal behavior. And that's an unfortunate thing. That's an unfortunate thing. And if you run from the fight, they're going to call you all type of scary cats and shit like that or whatever, right? Because they call her Holly Scary. But if Holly would have gotten in a fight and if Holly would have gotten in a fight and not even was beating Romika, but Romika landed differently or something happened to her and she ended up ending her life on her way home, they would still blame Holly. Just like they're trying to blame the young lady that fought Jada. They want charges against the young lady that fought Jada. Right? Yeah, prayers to both families. But they want that young lady held responsible for Jada's cardiac arrest. Did y'all say she had a heart attack or cardiac arrest? Whichever one it is. They want Jada I mean, they want the young lady held responsible. Just like they want Holly held responsible for the choices that Romika made. She said they should teach conflict resolution and definitely keep your hands to yourself. Yes, I think that would be awesome. She said Jada literally initiated that fight. So sad. Prayers for both families. Yes, she initiated the fight. She initiated the fight, and unfortunately, her heart couldn't take it. And a lot of people, she said, I thought it was a concussion, brain damage. Man, there's so many things. Somebody said she broke a neck. Somebody said it was a cardiac arrest. Somebody said it was a heart attack. Somebody said it was a brain injury. Her aunt said it was a brain injury or whatever. But so many people are saying so many things. But what it is, she collapsed on her way home. On her way home. Okay? But her family is calling for justice. I think families need to do a Sunday dinner and teach their youth, their youngins, to keep their hands to themselves. Maybe that's a start. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to that. Don't put your hands on people. Make it home. Okay? She said, yeah, that's taught in daycare. Exactly, daycare. As young as 2 years old. Keep your hands to yourself. I heard she was being bullied for months and finally stood up for herself. Well, but if you look at the video, that young lady wasn't coming after her. That young lady wasn't trying to fight her. You got to look at the video. If she was being bullied for months, then the video says differently. The video, if she was bullied for months, then she was on it that day. I don't know. All I'm saying, she said, did you see how the aunt of one of the 12-year-old girls? Did you all see how the aunt? No, I didn't see that, but I saw the aunt come out and not speak about it, but she wrote a big old post about it. But my audience don't want me to cover it, so I'm not going to cover it. I was going to cover it, but only from an aspect of a fight can end your life. But my audience said that they don't want to hear about it because it's too touching for them. So I'm not going to cover it. She said the fight was planned. That's why they all got off the bus. Yeah, and then they also want to accuse the bus driver, or not accuse, but hold him reliable, saying if a bunch of people get off the bus stop at one time, he should have known it was going to, or he or she, whoever the bus driver is, should have known it was going to be a fight. Let me just say this, y'all. They don't pay these bus drivers that much money to be trying to figure out if these people are getting off on this bus is going to be a fight or not. No, what about the parents waiting at the bus stop for their children? I just don't like the way they always point the fingers at someone else. Now, no one wants to point the fingers at the kids or even the damn parents. Don't nobody want to point fingers at the parents, but you want to point fingers at the bus stop driver. Oh, he should have known that all these kids was getting off the bus, that it was about to be trouble. Baby, if I'm not mistaken, don't bus drivers make like minimum wage? Or maybe $12 an hour or something like that. Like, they ain't getting paid that much money to try to supervise and watch over your kids for you every step of the damn way. What was the bus driver supposed to do? Say, no, I'm not going to let all of y'all off at one stop? Hell, if you get off the bus, you off the bus. I don't think they can control that. I don't know, though. I don't know. But it just kills me how they always want to blame somebody else instead of the person involved and the parents if they are underage. You know? She said, I learned how to keep my hands to myself at home with my brother and sisters. LOL, mom and dad didn't play that mess. I learned how to keep my hands to myself when my ass got locked up when I was 17 years old for fighting over a damn dude. And I got my ass thrown in jail for 27 hours. And I was like, oh, hell no, I got to keep my hands to myself. I don't like this shit. I didn't like being up there. So no. And I have not been back since, thank God. I was 17 years old. I was determined then I would not be back here. She said that we were taught growing up. Exactly. Everybody should be taught, keep your hands to yourself, but it doesn't need to just stop at a toddler age. You need to tell some of these toddlers, these adolescents, right? And these teenagers as well. Keep telling your children. Keep telling your kids. You know? keep your hands to yourself. That's not saying don't defend yourself, but keep your hands to yourself, because fighting can end your life as well. Or it can also end you up in jail, juvenile, or whatever, you know? Just like the teachers, they are paid to teach, not parent your children. Exactly, but they want to be holding them responsible too. Some of these kids are off the chain, you know? But I mean, since we've been covering this case, we've came across like at least what, 3 or 4 different incidents where there was fighting that ended in a loss of life. We've covered like 3 or 4 so far where fighting ended in a loss of life. Right? These kids fight adults as well. I call the police or the school to send security out to stop the fights. Are you a teacher, Riri? If they can plan fights after school, they can plan job hunting after school as well. Now, I'm not gonna lie. When we was in school, we planned fights too, right? It was always meet me on the bus stop, meet me after school, meet me on the bus stop. So we planned fights too, right? We playing fights too, especially on the last day of school. If you went to school on the last day of school, you was going to see a fight or 2 or 3 or 4. You was going to see a fight on the last day of school. Until they started doing it to where if you fought on the last day, they suspend your ass the next year, right? So when next year's school start, your ass is suspended. They started that at the school I went to. If you fought on the last day, when you entered school, starting back, your ass was suspended. So, but we planned fights when I was in school. We did, you know. And fortunately, didn't nobody DIE. But baby, we used to get it in. We used to get it in, right? And back in the day, we used to fight until like the crowd deemed a winner. You fought until the crowd said, oh, you lost, you won. But until they said who won or who lost, then you kept fighting until they called a winner. You'd be like, damn, I'm glad y'all, shit. You know what I'm saying? And fighting is exhausting. No lie, I used to fight and go home, and the next day, it felt like somebody beat my ass with a belt. If you've been in a fight, you know what I'm talking about. You be sore, your muscles, you using your muscle, you swinging your arms and shit like that. Everything hurt. Feel like you went to the gym and did 9 rounds. That shit hurt. You hurt yourself. You hurt your damn self. Fighting, you be hurting. Right? If you swing in the way if you swing in the way we used to swing, you be hurting. She said, like a Mack truck hit your ass. Exactly. You be sore as fuck. Like, damn. You knew you was in a fight. She said, no, I ain't gonna lie. I did plan fights after school at my apartment in the school bathroom. Me and this girl was beefing so damn long. The principal was like, let's just get it over with. But outside here. Oh, so the principal set it up. But no, seriously, we did plan fights back in the day. But as you get older, you learn that, those fights could have ended bad. Especially fighting outside on concrete. Like, we used to plan fights, but we used to try to go over to the grass, right? But these kids, they fighting in the streets. And if Holly would have fought Romika, guess what she would have fought her at? In the streets. In the streets. So if Romika would have got the best of Holly, or even if Holly would have got the best of Romika, they both could have caused harm to each other if they, was fighting and they ended up on the ground, because that's how it is. You trying to get somebody on the ground, just like the 12-year-olds. One flipped another one onto the ground. That's what you try to do. You want to take them down, get them to the ground, and you want to pound on them. If you're fighting on concrete, somebody is liable to get hurt. So all these people, when we first start covering this case, oh, she should have thrown blows. She should have thrown blows. She should have thrown blows. Well, you know where they grew up at. You know where they grew up at. Right? She said, we were different. We didn't come back with what? My daughter knows I don't play that. They didn't bring drama to my house. Blame shifting and deflecting responsibility do not help a person grow and change. These parents need to start being parents. Exactly. So they were like, "Oh, you need to hold a driver liable because he saw all these kids get off at one stop." Shit, I would have been like, "Okay, that's the end of my route." If they would have all got off the bus, I would have took my ass back and dropped that bus off and went home. It ain't the bus driver's responsibility. If everybody got off my bus, I would have got up and looked in every seat to make sure everybody was gone, and that would have been the end of my day. I would have drove that damn bus back to the damn station, dropped that bitch off, and left. Nobody got time to be like, "Why you getting off on this bus stop?" Hell no. Hence why I ain't never been no bus driver, because I'm not about to be trying to police up nobody like that. Now, if you fight on the bus, I feel like that is a bus driver responsibility to maintain what happened on the bus. But off the bus, come on. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when my child rode a bus, I was right there at the bus stop waiting for my child to get off the bus so I can drive her home. That's what I did. So she said, "I got in a fight after school. Girl threw a pickle at me. What she do that for?" I went in. Girl, you should have took that pickle and ate it. But no, seriously. Unfortunately, Holly chose not to. I'm not gonna say unfortunately. I'm gonna say Holly chose not to fight, but she defended herself against someone that had been sending threats to her and had threatened to unalive her and her child. Now, if the threats wasn't in play, if this young lady had never told Holly that she was going to KI her and her child, then I probably would think differently about the whole case. I still wouldn't think it was premeditated because Romika still bust at you and pulled up, right? However, the fact that she did threaten her life at one point, oh no, I'm going to think you there to carry out your threat. I'm going to think you are there to carry out your threat. That's just what I'm going to think. You pull up on me, uninvited, unannounced, uninvited, unwelcome, unsolicited. Oh yeah, you here to carry out your threat. So let me protect myself. So that's how I would look at it. That's how I would look at it. And the thing about it is, you have to know, out of 12 people on the jury, it's going to be people in there that think like me. I know I'm not the only one that think like this. It's going to be other people that think like me. Of course, there's going to be people in there that don't think like me, but it's also going to be people in there that think like me. Wait a minute. Hold on. She made a threat to her? She threatened her life? She threatened her child's life too? And she ran up on her? Oh yeah, it was justified. It was justified. When I talk to people that have never heard about this case and I explain to them about it, they automatically say it was justified. The only people that saying it is not justified is the people that got tainted by the false narratives that came out initially. Those are the only people that's going around here saying, "Oh no, it was cold-blooded murder. It was cold-blooded. It was premeditated. Nope. That was her intentions. That's what she's trying to do. That's what she went and got the order for in the first place," and all this shit. She said, "Is Cook County a black area in Illinois?" Cook County is, but guess what? Cook County, black areas also have white people. I would get all white male jurors if I was Ari. I wouldn't even get no female. I mean, I'm pretty sure she will, but I would get all white male jurors because guess what? They believe in the Second Amendment. F these people around here that don't believe in the Second Amendment, that don't know nothing about self-defense. Forget them. That would just be me if I was Ari. She said, I'm for sure not about to wait to see if you are armed. Girl, you run up on me. I ain't got time to be saying, "Show me your hands, show me your hands, show me your hands. I need to see your hands, I need to see your hands." Girl, I don't know what you got in your hands. You just came from your car and you charging toward me. All I know, you might have some acid in your hands. Hell, I might get your ass before you even get up on me. But at least Holly waited until she grabbed her hair. Right? Until she swung on her and grabbed her hair. But to be honest with you, the law says she has the right as she was rushing her. You don't know what this girl about to do to you. Do you know the law says that Romika didn't even have to make contact with her? That's what people do not understand. It didn't even have to be a physical fight. You run up on somebody aggressively after you have already threatened their life. Running up on somebody aggressively is a threat in itself. You don't know what this person about to do to you. You don't know what this person have in their hand, in their mouth. You don't know. So I don't know how they thought that, how they were supposed to know that she didn't have a weapon when she had already been in the car and she came out the car rushing toward Holly. I'm not about to, like the young lady said, I'm not about to sit there and wait to see. You know? She said, I was once in Holly's shoes, just different. My man's sister always threatened me until that day she ran up on me and got that ass worked. If I would have pew-pewed, that would have been self-defense because she swung. Girl, when I was like, shit, 18 or 19 maybe, my in-laws, I was married at 18. And I was married to a guy from New Jersey. So his family had came down and moved in with us and was staying with us for a while. But anyway, we got a divorce. We was going through a divorce, separated this time. And I was at work. And child, my supervisor was like, are you expecting somebody? You know, whatever. You got people out there waiting on you. And I was like, who? I saw that it was my sister-in-law talking about she gonna kick my ass when I get off work. Child, I dialed 911. Okay? 911. I wasn't about to get beat up by my in-laws. They would have beat my ass too. I feel like they would have beat my ass. I ain't had no weapon on me or nothing. I dialed 911 and 911 made them leave. They were going to beat my ass all because I was leaving their brother. I was like, damn, that's some fuck shit. I'm like, they out there, we waiting on you. They was screaming, talking loud and shit. I was like, 911. My in-laws came up to my job and they are outside waiting on me to get out and talking about they're going to fight me. The police came up so fast and made them leave. Okay? I'm like, damn, you going to sick your sisters on me? He was like, yeah, my sisters didn't want to beat your ass. Like, damn, really? Why I got to be all this? Why I got to be all this? I was like, okay, your sister's going to go to jail. Your sister's going to go to jail. I'm letting you know now, your sister's going to go to jail. So he had to call his sisters off because he didn't want them to go to jail because I was going to send their ass to jail. She said, the more of the way I screamed, you said I called 911. I did. I dialed 911. I'm not about to go out there. Like, I ain't no fool. I've never been that biggity badass type of person that'll go out there. Oh, you looking for me? Here I go. Now, if I had a gun, it would have been different. But no, I was at work. I wouldn't even known they was out there until somebody came in and told me. They were out there talking about what they was going to do to me. But I told him, I'm going to send your sisters to jail. They're going to go to jail. So I want you to know that now. And he called him off and was like, yeah, no, she going to send you to jail. She going to call 911 and y'all going to go to jail. And they already had charges. They already was violent people. Why you playing? They already had charges. They were fighters. I'm not about to fight them. I'm not about to fight them. Our argument, me and your brother argument is not me and your argument. That's what I tried to get in his sister's head when we made up later. I was like, what you fight me for? You don't know what the fuck went on in our home. And that's another thing. Stop jumping in your family business. You be having siblings wanting to beat your ass over, a breakup between you and their brother. They ain't in the house. They don't know what the hell went on. That was another reason why I didn't like the way Toya came out in such a big defense for her brother, like she was on a fly on the wall. You don't know what goes on in someone's house. You don't know what's said. You don't know what's done. Stay your ass out of it. But anyway, all I'm trying to say is I wasn't about to fight. I dialed 911. Call me whatever you want to call me. I dialed 911. She said, you said, hell no, I'm not about to get my ass beat. Hell no, I wasn't. It was more than one, too. No, I'm not about to get jumped and I'm not about to get beat up. No, not at all. They can call me whatever they want. I don't care. Guess what, though? I'm going to make it home, and your ass is going to be in jail. She said, I fought my baby daddy's sister at Chuck E. Cheese. See? Did you go to jail? I'm not about to get locked up, and I'm not about to get beat up. I don't want to go to jail, and I don't want to have to go to the hospital for getting beat up over some shit that wasn't even their damn business in the first place. She said, I never get involved in my family relationship, especially when they mad, end up back together. Exactly. But I had to let him know, I'm going to lock your sisters up. Your sister's going to jail. You'll call on. Yes, I will. As I did. And they do it again. They going to jail. So he was like, yeah, don't mess with her. She gonna send you to jail. And you already got charges, so you don't need no charges. You don't need no more charges. That's what he told his sister. So anyway, exactly. Ain't nobody about to be fighting no damn baby D. She said, I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6, but I'm going to defend myself by any means necessary. Me too. Me too, Rashida. And I'll be judged by 12. Because it's going to be somebody in there that's going to understand that this day did not have to happen. This day did not have to happen. Holly did not ask for this day. She absolutely did not ask for this day. I don't give a damn who, what, no one says. Holly did not ask for this day. Holly didn't ask for this day. If Holly would have pulled up where Romika was, then this story would be different. Different. But she did not. She said, I used to fight all the time back in the day and always got a warrant put on me. See? I don't know about y'all, but I don't like close, small spaces. I can't do it. I'm claustrophobic like a mug. I mean, my hat's off to Holly for being able to do it, because I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do that. I went to the doctor today, and I was talking to my doctor, and we was having a conversation, and I was just like, it's people out here that's going to prison in their 50s and 60s, and they going to prison for 20 plus years. How you live to be 50 and 60 years old and you about to spend the rest of your life in a small space? Man, take me out behind the damn jail cell and put one in my head before I have to sit down for 20 years. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's why I pray for Holly, because I'm like, damn, Holly seemed like she lived a pretty much soft life, even though they want to be like, oh, Holly was a thug. Holly was this. Holly family was a thug. You could tell Holly wasn't no damn thug. Holly wasn't no damn thug. She wasn't no damn thug. They want Holly to be they want Holly to be harder than Romika. Make that make sense. They trying to make it seem like Romika was like this pink flower and Holly was this aggressive bulldog. Like, nah, y'all got the wrong picture. Y'all need to swap. But I'm not even gonna say Romika was a monster. I'm not gonna say Romika was a monster. I think Romika was I think she was a bully. I do. I believe Romika was a bully. Romika knew she had those hands, right? Romika knew she was quick with it. And like she said, she just wanted her one. I think she wanted Holly to know, even though you might have a baby by him, I'm baby mama number 1, and I will beat your ass if you ever get out of line. So that's the message she wanted Holly to know. I will beat your ass if you ever get out of line. So let me go on and tap you now, because you done got out of line. Let me tap you. Let me get you back in line. And she wanted respect. She said, exactly. I be asking my cousin that, like, damn, been in and out of jail, prison since younger years, and he's in his 40s now. I told him his ass must got a girlfriend in there, because ain't no way. Girl, I don't know why people keep on, repeat offending. They must like jail. I couldn't do it, though. Man, I cry. If they gave me 20 years, I cry every day of the 20 years. I'd be in there bawling my eyes out. I'd be in there with some type of bell, ringing the bell. Man, what's wrong? I got the walls are coming in. I'm claustrophobic. The walls are closing in on me. Can I get out of this cage and just walk outside for a minute? I need some air. I'm sure they come get you and let you walk outside. They probably walk you outside to get you some air. Man, I be outside all the time getting air. I can't do it. I don't even like elevators. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to make my home, after I done lived all these years, I'm not about to make my home no small ass space. She said she was definitely an aggressive person. Yes, she was. She said you would be in the mental ward, but they had to put my ass in the mental ward then, as long as the rooms are bigger. She said, more, you just made me stop my workouts to motherfucking laugh out loud. Listen, she was definitely an aggressive woman. Yes, she was an aggressive woman. She was aggressive. She said not ring the bell. Yes, I would have to ring a bell. Ring, ring, ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. She says, I'm not making it in a cell. I'm holding court. Hey, I can't do it. I can't do it. That's why I'm not trying to break no laws. I ain't trying to do shit. She said, I used to be claustrophobic. I couldn't close my bedroom door. Child, I'm claustrophobic as hell. You know? She said, I went for 24 hours and cried every second. Listen, I cried. When I went in at 17, I was crying. I told you what that lady told me. You'll be bad. You think you're a biggity badass. I'm like, no, I don't. She said, yes, you do. You think you're a biggity badass. You'll be back. She said, I got a daughter your age. You'll be back. Them words ring in my ears. I was like, oh, hell no, I don't want to go back. I'm going to try to follow the rules, follow the law. She said, I'll be banging on shit like Chucky. Let me out, let me out, let me out. Shit, I had him in that time. I said, shut the fuck up. She said, yes, you were uncomfortable within the small spaces of the big wheels in Orlando. Okay, exactly. I couldn't stand that small space. I don't like small spaces. I couldn't do jail. That's why I hope that Holly Mental, I don't understand how prison do not take people's mental capacities in consideration. How do they mentally prepare people to be sleeping in these small ass spaces with a door locked? What the fuck? Like, how in the hell you not supposed to be able to move about? What if you want water in the middle of the night? What if you know what I'm saying? What if you just want to stretch your legs? Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Like, that's just crazy. I would need me a whole apartment. They had to put me in jail in my own apartment. You know what I'm saying? Have a guard outside my door, but I'm gonna need a whole apartment. She said, on everything, I couldn't be in a cage. That's what I'm saying. I couldn't be either. So that's why, listen. I honestly think they need to change some of their laws, because until she is proven guilty, I don't think she should be locked up. She should not be locked up until she is proven guilty. But they done deemed that she's a danger to society. But she was released. She was not released. She was free for 87 days. How's she a danger to society? You know? But then they'll let somebody that go out and grape somebody, they'll give them a bond. They'll let them out. Yeah, they'll let them out, which I think is crazy. They got this kid. I was just looking at the story before I came live. 24 years old. I think he might be a little on the retard side or something going on in his head. But he raped a 94-year-old woman. And they talking to him like he one of the kids on the block or whatever. I'm like, why they ain't bashed his head in? Why he still got legs? Why is he walking? Have y'all heard about that? Have y'all heard about that sick ass story? Where this 24-year-old little kid. I just want to show y'all the picture right quick. Maybe I may not even run the story because, I know some of y'all are not going to want to see it. But look how they talking to the kid. So friendly. It's almost like, you want a cheeseburger? You want some fries with that cheeseburger? Look how they all smiling, like talking to this little kid after he didn't grape the 94-year-old. On camera. They caught him on camera. He's on camera doing this to this lady. But yet, look how they looking at him. They got smirks on their face like a smile. And he's walking. He should be crawling. Anyway. She said, what kind of question is that? Don't do the crime and you won't have to do the time. Jail is punishment. What type of question is what? It's not a crime to defend yourself. It's not a crime to defend yourself. You know? It is not a crime to defend yourself. She said, yeah, and showed no remorse. Oh, you talking about the little kid, the 24-year-old? I think he a little on the R side. I think he might have a little on the, yeah. He might be touched and you know, some wires crossed at his head because, you know. It's horrible. I worked in the prison for 2 weeks. I couldn't do it. Hell, it was affecting my mental. Oh, yeah, I couldn't work in no prison either. She said, I had to go to therapy for this shit. I have claustrophobia real bad. Nothing on my face, nothing on my neck. Listen, when I go in to have surgery, you know how they stick that little tube up your nose that the oxygen come out of? Baby, honey, I tell them to put me under before they put that thing up my nose. That is a requirement. I'm like, can you please don't put that up my nose? Because I don't want no air blowing up my nose. I don't care if it's good for me or not. I'm like, can you not put this up my nose until you put me under? They was like, yes, ma'am. So you claustrophobic? Yeah, they have to put that on my wrist. Claustrophobic, okay? Yeah. So they don't put it up under my nose until they put me under, until I be under, honey. I be under. Then they stick that thing up my nose. You know? So I can't do jail. I can't do jail. That's why I don't know why Diddy didn't run, for real. Anyway, we talking about something different. But if I was Diddy, all the money I had, and Diddy knew he was under investigation, man, I would have ran. He should have went over there with Russell Simmons. Diddy should have been in Bali right now doing fucking yoga, teaching yoga classes or whatnot. Y'all see Russell ran. Russell said he ain't never coming back to the United States. He said, y'all crazy as fuck because what y'all not going to do is get him on a 30-year crime of, you know, when the females wanted to be famous or whatever, and they would go sleep with these guys, and then 30 years later, they want to say it was rape or whatever. Anyway, Russell said, it is what it is. I ain't never coming back to the United States, so you can cancel that one. I would be over in Bali doing yoga and all types of shit. I'm telling you, I wouldn't come back to the United States at all. At all. I promise you I wouldn't. And Russell Simmons ain't coming back to the United States. Russell Simmons, and what do they call them people over there? He done became a whole Buddha. Okay, he might not be a Buddha, but he prayed to Buddha and all that stuff. But Russell Simmons said, F what you're talking about. I'm not coming back to the United States, okay? All right, Russell Simmons said, I ain't coming back. If my kids want to see me, they're going to have to pull up on me in Bali, okay?
Yeah.
Look what Russell doing, y'all. This would be me. I'm just letting y'all know that now. Look, this would be me. You see how Russell sitting there with his legs crossed? Look. Russell Simmons and became a whole Buddha. That's what I'd be doing right there. Russell then went over there and made him, he done built a mansion. He said, I ain't coming back. You're not about to get me. I'm a yoga instructor, okay? Stop playing with me. You're not going to accuse me of some bullshit that I can't even remember. Because to be honest with you, why you trying to force somebody to remember 30 years ago? You ain't going to get me. Russell said, not me. So anyway, they'll have to take my passport because I'll be gone. She said, I can't go through a car wash. Girl. She said Taraji has visited him like twice over there, I think. Listen. He said, y'all want to see him? You better come to Bali. You better come to Bali because he ain't coming back to America. He said, I'm done. Y'all like to relive 30 years ago. Russell said, I ain't got time to be thinking about did I or did I not do it. Okay? She said, Diddy is a narcissist. Yeah, Diddy thought that he was going to beat the case. She said, you mean a Buddhist? Yeah, a Buddhist. What did I say? A Buddha? A Buddhist. Russell is a Buddhist. He wear dresses and shit. Not a dress. He don't wear dresses. He wear long, whatever that is. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Russell said he ain't coming back. Russell said he heals his body doing yoga. Yeah, but no, old boy, what's his name? Diddy thought he was going to beat it. And the narcissists do think they're going to beat the case because they think they're clever. And that's why he stayed. Yeah, he thought he was going to beat it. Listen, Russell sitting over there with no shoes on. Russell like, I ain't wearing no shoes. I ain't got to put on those shoes. Look at him. Russell is sitting on a bean bag. He got him a little paradise over there. He's sitting on a little bean bag with no shoes on, and he like, you ain't gonna catch me. You're not about to put nothing 30 years on me. I can't remember if I did or didn't. I can't remember. I guarantee you Russell don't know if he slept with the women or not. He probably like, I don't know if I slept with that girl. You want me to remember somebody from 20 years ago, 30 years ago? She said, I don't want to do jail, but I won't say I can't. Because you just might have to if you don't think first before your next move. Well, take me behind. What I'm saying, okay, I'm saying I can't. And I'm saying I would tell them to take me behind the back and put one in my head. That's what I'm saying. She said that's called retirement. I think he's gay. Russell Simmons is not gay. I don't think he's gay. I don't think Russell's gay. I don't know though. Shit, you never know. Hell, old boy just came out and said he ain't in the closet no more. He been out the closet. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know Ray J said he out the closet? Ray J said F the closet. He don't care nothing about that. I think Ray J, what's Ray J last name? Monica brother. No, Brandy brother. What's Ray J last name? What's Brandy brother name? Ray J? How you say Ray J? Oh, Ray J. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Ray J. Ray J said he out the closet. He said he don't care nothing about no closet. Let's listen to Ray J talking about he ain't in the closet or he been out the closet. Ray J said he been out the closet. He said F being in the closet. I've been out the closet. Y'all, I don't know what y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Oh no, hold on. I want the short version. I don't want the long version. I'm not about to play no 17 minutes of Ray J. I just want Ray J saying hold on. Ray J said, y'all talking about I'm in the closet. I've been out the closet. What the hell y'all talking about?
Oh, nigga. Shout out to the gay agency, nigga. Did I just come out of the what? Closet? Shit, I been out the closet, nigga. Nigga. I been out that motherfucker. Nobody give a fuck about no closet. On the dead homies, bro. Shout out to the motherfucking gay agency, nigga. Come see me anytime they want, nigga. Shout out to the gay agency, nigga. Did I just come out of the what?
The gay agency.
Shit, I been out the closet, nigga.
He said the gay agency. Ray J looked like he got a thick tongue, y'all. I don't know. What y'all think?
Nigga. I been out that motherfucker. Nobody give a fuck about no closet. On the dead homies, bro. Shout out to...
He said on his dead homies, don't nobody give no F about the closet. He been out the closet. On the dead homies, he been out the closet. He said shout out to the gay agency. Okay? So anyway, I don't know. Ray J said he ain't in no closet, you know. So, you know, when you say you think he gay, I think men, I don't think they look at it as gay. I think they just stick their hole in anything. I mean, not stick their hole. I think they stick their thing in any hole. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think men have a preference no more. Not all of them. I think men stick their thing in any hole. It don't even matter. It don't even matter no more. They just look for a hole. He had a bad heart condition now. Who has a bad heart condition now? Ray J or Russell Simmons? She said, I didn't realize Ray J was gay. Well, he said, shout out to the gay agencies, and he been out the closet. Ain't nobody care nothing about no closet. That's what he said. So anyway, but listen, I don't know if Ray J gay or not. Ray J, in my opinion, is silly, goofy. You know what I'm saying? He goofy. But nevertheless, y'all, back to Holly, baby. Listen, I don't know when we're going to find out about the appeal. But the next court date is April the 1st. The next court date is April the 1st. She said, I think Ray J is trisexual. He'll try anything. Yeah, I guess that what trisexual mean? Because I think a lot of men are trisexuals. I think they'll try anything. Oh, Ray J is physically sick. He said his heart is working at 25%. Oh, damn. I didn't know that. Damn, Ray J. Oh, my bad. You think maybe he's saying that because ain't he on his way to jail? Didn't he just beat up his baby mama? Threaten the baby mama with a GUN. I think he on his way to jail too, isn't he? Ray J got a lot of cat. He's been the man since young. Well, you know they say if you get too much cat, you start not wanting it no more. And, you know, you want something a little tighter. So maybe that might be the problem. Some of these men, they don't think cat is impressive no more. So they want the dog booty. They don't want cat no more. She said, I think his lifestyle is catching up with him. That might be the case. That might be the case. I don't think Ray J is cute, but that's just me. But nevertheless, you know, I don't know if he's sick. If he is, Lord, I pray for him. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. But nevertheless, y'all, I just wanted to come back on here tonight and just say that, yes, she's in protective custody because the pink mob has gotten to some of the ones that's in jail already, and they were plotting on what they were going to be doing to this young lady if she would have been in public population, but she's not in general population. I'm sorry, in general population, but if she's not in general population, she's in protective custody. Okay, she's in protective custody. All right, but nevertheless, yeah, that's where we at, y'all. So any other updates I will be bringing y'all, but right now I don't think I have any other updates. All I can say about Tia is Tia should have read the damn transcript before even going live, because Tia straight embarrassed herself with her 7-minute video because it was a fucking useless ass video. A useless video. When you can't even read the document, why even hit live when you like, I don't know what it says. I think it says this. I mean, I'm not sure what it says. Okay, that's all I got, y'all. That's all the update I have. Like, y'all, that was useless. She should take that video down because it's embarrassing. She really should take that video down. Do your damn homework. That's what journalists get paid for. Or just shut the fuck up, right? But nevertheless, y'all hit that thumbs up button. She said, Amore, did Holly have an abortion? I'm going to assume that she did because that's the only way that she gets moved from the medical ward to general population and protective custody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to assume that she did. I'm not 100% sure. But if she did, I would just have to say that's her business. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to assume that she did. Did you see the first video from September the 24th? Did you see her video from September 24th? September the 24th? I don't think I did. Is it still on her page? Because I don't even think I was talking about the story then. Is it still on her page? If it's on her page, I'll go look for it. She probably deleted it, knowing her. Was it worse than this one? If she did a video in September, was it worse than this one? Because, baby, you said yes. It was worse? Lord, Father. And Tia want to know why she hasn't made it big yet. Yeah, send it to me right quick. She want to know why she hasn't made it big yet. Well, because you're not good at what you do. You're absolutely not good at what you do. If it was worse than this one, you know? Yeah, send that over to me. I'm looking on her page. Let me see. What is this? Oh, that's for somebody else. That's why she never made it big. She probably like, I don't have to get it right. She said the pink mafias are talking shit. Baby, they're going to always talk shit. They're going to always talk shit. Because they don't know how to cover a story without having to, you know, try to go after Holly supporters. They don't know how to cover a story. But it's all good. Ain't nobody tripping on whatever they got to say. I promise you, I'm not. That's why I don't go back and forth with them. I say what I got to say and keep it sticking. There's too many stories out here for us to be covering to just go back and forth about this Romika stuff. Romika's story is not the only one out there, but unfortunately, a lot of them don't know how to cover no other story, right? So all they do is sit there all day and just blame Carlos for everything under the sun and just be saying stupid shit like, oh, Carlos is going to go to jail. Yeah, he about to get picked up tomorrow. Just dumb shit. All right, hold on. Let's see this story that she covered on September the 24th, y'all. Let's put it up. Hold on. All right. I ain't never seen this. Let's put it up, y'all.
CJ plays video games to block out a painful reality. His mom will never walk through the door again.
Look down at your heart, and your mama will always be right there for you. You want to say something to her, look down at your heart. And whatever you say to her, say it to her right there. The same way I have to do. I have to look right here, and I have to talk to her and ask her, just tell me what happened.
Instead of planning her 6-year-old grandson's birthday, Tina McMiller
I could tell her what happened. Anyway, let me stop.
shared the last note Romika Blackman left for her son.
And then she wrote him a note in his lunchbox. And on the back of the note, he responded and said, I love you more, Mom.
The 31-year-old mom was shot and killed just after dropping her son off at school near Cermak State in the South Loop. She had gotten into a fight with another woman. Both of them share a child with the same man who lives nearby. He was also at that scene. That other woman, also 31, shot Blackman 3 times. One bullet struck her in the face.
Got a female black, light complexion, green tracksuit, has a gun. Fighting with another female black, dark complexion.
The shooter stayed on the scene, and as you can see, a witness pointed out the shooter
She stated that there was a fight right there. Hold on, let's continue.
to police. One of the witnesses also said the father of Blackman's child had her in a headlock before the shots were fired.
I'm licensed to carry.
It doesn't matter.
You shot somebody. What the wrong with you?
The man in the shorts is CJ's father. He's covered in blood.
How did she just walk away? How? When they told you that he had her in the headlock, how did he even walk away? Why did they was so easy to walk away? They tell me, look at the video, they bumping fences. I don't know about any of that because I really can't even focus.
Court records show the shooter had filed multiple protective orders against Blackman starting last December and as recently as this summer. The family believes she was trying to build a paper trail.
That's a game that was played and it was premeditated.
The shooter was taken into custody.
Oh, so they put that shit out here.
But later released. Blackman's family says she was unarmed. Witness video also shows Blackman's white car stopped in the street, but it's unclear how she got out. They insist that
What do you mean it's unclear how she got out? Wait a minute. She stopped in the street and it's unclear how she got out? She opened the damn door and she walked out. The fuck you mean how she got out? What? Wait a minute, what? What?
there was no reason to shoot her. Blackman worked 2 jobs and was studying to become a registered nurse.
Oh
her
my
school
God.
awarded her mom a pin posthumously.
You had an opportunity to walk away, to call the police, to turn around and get in your car and drive off. You did none of the above.
The Cook County State's Attorney's Office
Because, Mama, unfortunately, your daughter blocked her in, okay? She was parked in the street, blocking them in, okay?
did release a statement after an initial review of the evidence presented by police. There is insufficient information to make a charging decision at this time. We will continue working with the Chicago Police Department as the investigation proceeds and remain committed to pursuing justice for everyone in our communities. Blackman's family says they know they can't hear her voice again, but want to hear from those that will make a decision on this case.
Not one call, nothing from the state's attorney at all.
Tia Ewing, Fox 32, Chicago.
Man, she said she parked in the street and she don't know how she got out. Lord Jesus. That lady said, you said read what? You said read the video caption. You mean the name of, Romika Blackman was shot in the face during a fight outside. Wait a minute, Romika Blackman was shot in the face during a fight outside his South Loop school. Now her family is asking why the woman who pulled the trigger is still free. And then it said, statements from the woman involved in this Khadijah Holly Johnson and her family have not provided, authorized, or issued any statements concerning the incident involving Romika Meeks Blackman, as this matter remains the subject of an active investigation and pursuant to the advice of retained legal counsel. No further comments will be made at this time. So she said outside of his school, wait a minute, Romika Blackman was shot in the face during a fight outside of his South Loop school. I think she meant her son's South Loop school. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So she put out some false information in the beginning, but she said her car was parked in the streets and they don't know how she got out. How do you get out of a car? I don't know. You crawl, you roll. How do you get out of a car? I don't know. Y'all let me know. How do you get out of a car? I thought it was only a one way, really. You walk out that motherfucker. You get out. You stand up and you get out. Like, what the hell? I don't know how she got out. Like, well, did the fucking fire department come and pry her door open and get her out and put her on a stretcher? Oh, I don't know how she got out. Let me hear this shit again, y'all. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
CJ plays video games to block out a painful reality. His mom will never walk through the door again.
Look down at your heart, and your mama will always be right there for you. You want to say something to her, look down at your heart. And whatever you say to her, say it to her right there. The same way I have to do. I have to look right here, and I have to talk to her and ask her, just tell me what happened.
Instead of planning her 6-year-old grandson's birthday, Tina McMiller shared the last note Romika Blackman left for her son.
And then she wrote him a note in his lunchbox. And on the back of the note, he responded and said, I love you more, Mom.
The 31-year-old mom was shot and killed just after dropping her son off at school near Cermak State in the South Loop. She had gotten into a fight with another woman. Both of them share a child with the same man who lives nearby. He was also at that scene. That other woman, also 31, shot Blackman 3 times. One bullet struck her in the face.
Got a female black, light complexion, green tracksuit, has a gun. Fighting with another female black, dark complexion.
The shooter stayed on the scene, and as you can see, a witness pointed out the shooter to police. One of the witnesses also said the father of Blackman's child had her in a headlock before the shots were fired.
I'm licensed to carry. It doesn't matter. You shot somebody. What the wrong with you?
The man in the shorts is CJ's father. He's covered in blood.
How did she just walk away? How? When they told you that he had her in the headlock, how did he even walk away? Why did they was so easy to walk away? They tell me, look at the video, they bumping fences. I don't know about any of that because I really can't even focus.
Court records show the shooter had filed multiple protective orders against Blackman starting last December and as recently as this summer. The family believes she was trying to build a paper trail.
That's a game that was played and it was premeditated.
The shooter was taken into custody but later released. Blackman's family says she was unarmed. Witness video also shows Blackman's white car stopped in the street, but it's unclear how she got out. They insist there was no reason to shoot her. Blackman worked 2 jobs and was studying to become a registered nurse. Her school awarded her mom a pin posthumously.
You had an opportunity to walk away, to call the police, to turn around and get in your car and drive off. You did none of the above.
The Cook County State's Attorney's Office did release a statement after an initial review of the evidence presented by police. There's insufficient information to make a charging decision at this time. We will continue working with the Chicago Police Department as the investigation proceeds and remain committed to pursuing justice for everyone in our communities. Blackman's family says they know they can't hear her voice again, but want to hear from those that will make a decision on this case.
Not one call, nothing from the state's attorney at all.
Tia Ewing, Fox 32, Chicago.
So this is how the information got out about the premeditated, she was doing this for a paper trail and all this bullshit, okay? That's what it seems like. You know, this was September the 24th, so the thing happened in September the 8th, so September 24th. You know, I don't know, but what I will say is Tia needs to come back and clean some of this shit up. She really does. But she did say it was a fight. Okay, why the DA, not DA, but the state is trying to say that there was no fight, but nevertheless, you know, she stated it was a fight. It was an attack. It was an attack. Okay. She said, so the family knew it was in front of the school. The family never cleared it up. Yeah, the family never cleared it up, nor did Tia. But Tia needs to clean it up. Tia needs to come back out here and clear up some of the things that were said. It's just more than right. You know, it's just more than right that she should. She should clear this up. She really should. But whether she will or not, I don't know. But she really should. She really should clear this up, you know? But nevertheless, no matter what, Holly's voice will be heard in court. Whether it's her own voice or whether it's through her attorney. But her side of the story will be heard. Right? She said, so the family knew it was in front of the school. The family never cleared it up. Romika looked like she was full of hell. She was definitely aggressive. She said, Tia is messy. Yes, she does. And the family should sue her ass. Yeah, she really definitely needs to clear it up. She owe people that. And just, you know, I guess that's why she come out now and try to say different things or whatever. Like, oh, you know, her side of the story is just coming out. I didn't know her side of the story and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She definitely need to clear it up because the judge going to say she needs to. Well, hopefully, but we don't know. Thank you, Miss Gums. Appreciate you, baby. She said, yes, Rainy, and she's been biased from the beginning. Yep. But now she tries to, like, just act duh. You know what I mean? That's what she does. She's doing now. She ain't really, like, touching on it like she was. Now she just acting duh, you know? That's what she doing. I don't think she's hanging out in them groups the way she was, because she was definitely in the Pink Mafia group, you know, talking about how she was going to try to get Carlos locked up or whatever the case may be. But now I don't think she's hanging out. I think she realized that they're off their rockers or whatever. And I just don't think she's hanging out there like that no more. I don't think so. You know? I honestly don't, to be honest with you, I don't even think she's that invested. You remember when she was going and painting her nails pink and, you know, trying to represent that way? I don't even think she's doing that no more. She probably said, fuck that. Y'all done got me in trouble. They probably called her in on the carpet and was like, girl, all these people calling up here about you. So I don't think that, I think she at one time thought that this was going to be her big breakthrough. This story was going to be, you know, going to put her through the ceiling or whatever. But then I think that, she looked back at it and like, shit, this story not about to help my career. Let me find another one. Because this ain't going to get it. She said that because Tammy hit the station with legal notice, laughing my fucking eyes. Oh, okay. So Tammy sent a legal notice to the station. So we'll see. Oh, she did already? Oh, is that why Tia kind of backed off a little bit? Oh, okay. Well, that's what's up then. What the hell? This is crazy. I don't even know if I can even show this. I don't even think I will, but this is disgusting. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I'm not going to show that. Anyway, it was some stupid stuff on her channel. She said, I do, you know that. I do, you know that. Ooh, I think somebody don't know how to write or spell or something. I don't know. But anyway, she said, yes, she sent her a message and told her to clear that shit up. Oh, good. Yeah, well, she needs to. She absolutely needs to. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to hop off here. It's been great. I've been on for an hour and 54 minutes. So y'all know this is my 4th live for the day. If y'all don't mind, go back and listen to my video about Justin Dean, because he definitely admitted that to giving that page to Stoney and well, really Stoney. So y'all got to go listen to it or whatever. Yeah. And for those that did not see the beginning of this, go back and run it back so you guys can see the beginning of this video. And thank y'all so much for the love. Thank you, Binky Bean, for $2 Tuesday. Thank you again. Thank you, Sassy D. Thank you, Candy Girl. Hello, ladies. Please hit that like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Slay with Tay Hair Company. Thank you, Troy Parks. Praying for Holly's safety. Yes, continuously. And thank you, Miss Gumbus. Appreciate you guys. And I think I did get like 2 coffees. Hold on. I know I got one from Rachel. And let me look right quick, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Thank you, Rachel. And it's opening up. And Cheryl. Thank you so much, Cheryl and Rachel, for the coffees. Y'all kept me up through this live streams, okay? Thank you so much. Y'all hit that thumbs up button for your girl. And listen, for those that work nights, I have a video that's set to release like at 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? So y'all can just have something else to watch, all right? I'm going to start doing that because, yeah, I got to get on my grind, y'all. I really got to get on my grind, all right? But I love y'all, and I'm going to talk to y'all later. She said, I've been doing my research, and I love Cora. I didn't know her name. Oh, yeah, Cora is the bomb. Well, you know, a lot of people don't like her, but she don't give a fuck, okay? So anyway, but y'all hit that thumbs up button for you, girl. And I'm going to talk to y'all later, okay? Bye, y'all.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Jay! She kept talking about that family.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. 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 That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family.
These motherfuckers got me want to listen. Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our